What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Phoenix here. Welcome back to a brand new Marvel Spider-Man 2 video, and today I want to talk about why I think Miles versus Carnage needs to happen. So without a doubt, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like button down below, hit the subscribe button as well. Let's try and shoot for a solid 20 likes on today's video. You guys have been hitting the like goals recently, and I really appreciate it. But anyways, so let's go ahead and talk about why Miles needs to fight Carnage, or at least why Miles versus Carnage needs to happen. But first things first, that even though I feel like it was set up through Peter and Wraith, I do think if we go back and look at the part where Miles got sucked into the hive mind, Carnage would know that Miles rejected being with Venom, and I feel like they could go for everything too, because honestly I feel like Carnage might see that and be like, yeah, we need to give him a special symbiote. So there's a chance that he might know about that. There's a chance that he might see that. Another reason is because this did happen in the comics, where Carnage and Miles met because of their connection with Peter. And if you really think about it, this could be very interesting because we could have four-armed symbiotes, and Cassidy's group would be perfect for that. So let's say, since we already know that Peter's going to be taking a break, he didn't tell Miles about Carnage or his group, which sets it up perfectly, because let's say if Miles is helping out Wraith and he starts seeing that the symbiotes from Cassidy's group look almost the same as the one when Venom took over the city, and Wraith tells him that they weren't like that before, and Miles would tell her that him and Peter dealt with something similar to this before, being Venom, and it would bring up the symbiote invasion. The next thing that I could also see us getting is obviously this scene from Let There Be Carnage.
Oh shit! This is much worse than I thought. That is a red one. Wow.
Which I feel like that would be very cool to see, and I feel like that would be very cool to see because, like, obviously they're obviously taking advantage of everything that we've seen, and that would just be the icing on the cake. The next reason is because I could see Wraith getting controlled by Carnage at some point, and we have to end up saving her, and Peter has to get her to safety. But since Peter's on break, I don't really see that happening. Another thing too is that I could see Wraith narrating the story like she did in Turf Wars DLC from Marvel Spider-Man PS4, and she starts out by saying that her and Peter stopped the train and Cletus got his hands on the symbiote from Oscorp. And then we load in as Miles swinging in the city, and he sees Wraith fighting some of his followers, and Wraith would be very surprised and would tell him that it's a good thing that he's there to help her, because Cassidy knew that Peter was going to be at every single one of the spots that he planned out, and none of his plans said anything about Miles. So that could throw him completely off, because like I said before, nothing in his plans said anything about Miles being there. And on top of that, this is where I could see Carnage come into play, because once Cassidy becomes Carnage, he would know that Miles broke out of the hive mind. Another thing too is that he would also know about Haley, and we could get something similar to Venom 2 where he kidnaps her and he would use that to bring Miles to him. And with that, once again, we could end up getting that whole entire scene from Venom Let There Be Carnage. Now onto the suits. I do think that we need to have suits for both Peter and Miles. I want to see the Spider Carnage suit. We haven't seen that since TASM 2, and we could honestly get some red tendrils from that. And another suit that I really want to see is, obviously, you guys already know this, Miles's Iron Spider suit, which, if you guys haven't known, I do have a feeling that he will get this suit. Same way if he fights Carnage in a boss fight. After knowing the boss fight, we love the suits, and we see the Iron Spider suit for Miles sitting right there, and it will be kind of similar to how Peter got his suit in the Turf Wars DLC after he fought Hammerhead. And this last thing that I really do want to see is Carnage being playable, because we got a chance to play as Venom in the main story. So I do have a feeling that that might work in a similar way to how Peter got the symbiote off him and then went straight to Harry. We were able to play as Venom. So I could see the same thing happening for us to play as Carnage. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys later with another banger.